Welcome, it's me, OGDuffy, with some big news. Now, I've been teasing you guys with quite a few posts over a few days, and this news is very, very exciting indeed, especially for myself. I've been keeping this under wraps now for probably about a month. Yeah, I have. I'm good at keeping secrets, although Mrs. OG may disagree. Anyway, great news. We're coming straight to it. But you know what's first? Great news deserves a great beer. Oh yes, important to stay hydrated. And the special beer I've selected this week is a perler of a beer. Oh yes, it's perler, it's 6%. Yes. Oh, I tell you, we're not going to delay this. We're going to get straight to this news, guys. We are, because it's exciting stuff. Right. So, what is it that I've been teasing you guys? Now, before we get straight down to the important bit of news, what you're here for, changes are afoot, people. I am making some changes to the channel in general, with extensions and things, which we will come to real soon. Anyway, this perler is for me. And you, of course, but we'll come to you at the end. That's a good beer. Now let's get to that news. The big announcement is that right there. I've only gone and made a website. Oh yes. So what does this mean for this channel? Nothing at all. All this is a simple extension that sits alongside this channel. I'm very excited about this, and we'll come to the reasons of soon, real soon, okay? But anyway, here it is, www.ogduffy.com or www.ogduffy.co.uk. Hey, whichever you prefer. So let's go take a look closer at the website. Let's show you around. Before we delve into the website together, and I'll show you around and tell you what I'm really excited about most on there, there is other channel news coming up as well, so do stay tuned. I've got more stuff to give you. Oh yes, it's the day that just keeps giving, innit? Anyway, onto the website. So, as you can see on your screen now, this is the home page. This is what you come to, okay? Now, this first bit's quite important if you're interested in it, of course. So, if you scroll down here, as it says there, OGDuffy, retro gamer collector, and YouTuber. But you already knew that. What you will find in the digital den. Right, well, there's several areas. There's the About section, which is obviously all about me, moi. In case you haven't stumbled across my channel before, you've come across the website. There's a section there for my videos. As I release videos, I'll also be dropping links on this website. There's a blog section and a shop section, which will come into real soon. But scroll down further, and as you can see at the bottom here, got a great section here, contact us, all right? You put your name in there, put your email in there, and your message, and that'll come through to my personal email address, which I can respond to you guys directly through. Not just that, I'm going to be doing a mailing list. So if you're interested, come on down, put your details in there, and maybe once a week or once a fortnight I'll be dropping an email. It'll be like a newsletter all about OGDuffy, what's going on, what we've got happening, what's coming, all that sort of stuff. It's just another way of me communicating with you guys. So do fill out that form, jump on board, send me an email or a message through that, and then I'll be getting back to you, and I'll add you to the newsletter list, all right? So you get something a little extra in your email. But anyway, scrolling back to the top there, as you can see across the top, we've got the links as well, which we saw earlier. So obviously the Who is OGDuffy section needs no introduction, really, does it? I mean, you guys know already, I'm hoping. So as you can see, nice picture of me with a pint, of course. Talking of pints, remember, it's important to stay hydrated. Oh yes, and there's just a bit of blurb there. Now there's a section there that says, so why the website? It's probably better that I explain it face to face. This, as I've already said, is not going to affect the channel whatsoever. The YouTube channel is going to stay as it is, 2 videos a week with sometimes a bonus video dropping on a Sunday. So the YouTube channel is unaffected by this at all. So why have I bothered with a website? Well, we'll come to the shop element real soon, but it's just another way of me reaching out to you guys on a different form of platform, and the way to do that really is just to explain when we come to it. It's about the blogging really, and I will show you real soon. The next section is obviously the OGDuffy videos. Now, as you can see here on this page, all the videos as I've released them get dropped on here, as you can see. Now, you have to excuse the speed of my computer out here in the games room because my internet connection is not the fastest out here. I've got a hard wire, actually. That's another job for another weekend. But anyway, I digress as always. But like I say, the bit that excites me the most is this, and it is the blogs section. Now, we all know what a blog is. Well, I hope we do. It's like the vlogs I do, but I take a specific subject and I upload like a story about it. It's a form of media that I learned at school myself. It's called reading and writing. Yes, it's the oldest form of media really, isn't it? Reading and writing. As you can see that I've currently got 3 blogs up there. By the time this goes live on today, when you're watching it, or whichever part you're watching it, there'll be more blogs uploaded to it. It's something I aim on doing probably weekly at a minimum, really. I enjoy the writing element. I mean, some blogs will be quite a bit longer, some blogs will be quite a bit shorter. But as you can see, there's one there called Arcade Years. Yeah, just go and give it a read. And obviously you can leave comments on there as well, you know, let's share memories. So why a website? I go on and explain a bit deeper on there why I'm doing what I'm doing. And Fish, Chips and Galaxians. Some great memories in that one there. And now we come to the last sort of section really, which is the OGDuffy shop. Yes, indeed. As I say, the blogs excite me, but this section is pretty cool as well. Now, as you can see there, I've got 3 elements to it so far. Element 1 is games and bundles, element 2 is game guides, and element 3 is merch, which as you can see is coming soon. It's exciting stuff for the channel at the moment. I've got so many things going on at the moment I want to share with you, and I will come to more points shortly, but it's just great stuff. Now, the games and bundles section, we'll take a quick look on there. Now, before we go any further, the one thing I would love to highlight to each and every one of you, the prices you see on this website all are free shipping, postage and packing in the UK. If you live in the UK and you jump on board here and you make a purchase, the price you see is the price you pay. There are no hidden fees added when you get to checkout, so it's all pretty kosher, people. Now, as you can see there, I've got several bundles. I've got items that are brand new, I've got items that are still sealed and things like that, but there's a real mix, and there's going to be a lot more coming, so please do keep checking back on the website, because as I list and update this stuff as we go, there'll be more for sale. I mean, loads of this stuff is my doubles. I've got so many doubles and the rest of it that I've decided to bundle them up and do them cheap for you guys. Some of the prices are a bit wild. I don't really know much about the pricing side of things, to be honest. The way I've sort of done it, I've looked at CEX, I've looked at what they charge you, and obviously they'd include postage on top of each one of these purchases, whilst I'm just doing these bundles and they are all cheaper than what you pay at CEX. And remember, free postage and packing. What's not to love? So anyway, that's the game bundles side of things. Oh, that's a good beer, because it's a good day. Oh yes. And the next bit on the shop we're going to look into now is the game guides. Now, on this, as you can see, there's currently 8 game guides listed. Now, there's 2 that I'd like to draw your attention to in particular, and that's the Red Dead Redemption 2 game guide and the Super Mario Odyssey game guide. Now, that's a hardcover one. I've tried to research these on eBay, and I'll be honest, the Red Dead Redemption prices are all over the place. I mean, some are going for like £80–100. And I know when I showed this in a pickup, a lot of people were like, whoa, I've got so many messages about it. I priced it at that price there, $49.99. I personally think that's quite heavy. But looking at eBay listings and sold listings, that's more than fair price, actually. And it's pucker condition, it really is. And also, that Super Mario Odyssey is another really rare one. You just don't see it. And when it does come up, it goes for silly money. So that's up for $39.99. And remember, free postage and packing. Now, obviously, if after a week or two or whatever these aren't selling, I will drop the price, because like I say, I don't really know the prices on them. The rest I think are quite reasonable really, because they're all pretty good nick. And the game guides are just very, very nice indeed. And came back to the last section on the shop, of course, is the merchandise. But that in a nutshell is the OGDuffy website. So get on over there, www.ogduffy.com or ogduffy.co.uk. And remember, first things first, send me a message on there. On the very first page, scroll down, put your deets in there, and then I'll add you to the newsletter, which I'll drop into your email inbox. So if you're at work and you're behind the desk, you can have a little email from me. Oh, break your working day up, eh? Have a read of that. Anyway, let's talk about the merch. Merchandise. Now, quite a few people have messaged me, dropped comments and said, when's merch coming, OG? The truth is this. Those that may have noticed recently, I put a few posts out about sort of digital media artists or that sort of thing. I'm exploring changing up my logo a little bit. I might change it, I might not. But when I've made them changes, if at all, that's when merch will probably follow. I've got a few ideas in my head of things I want to do. Oh yes, and there's going to be quite a few items coming out. Now the difference is, by doing it through my own website, I have control. I have control over the quality of the goods, I have control over the costings, etc. I mean, there are services out there where I can just upload my logo to a site and point you all in the direction of that, and a separate company will handle all that and take their cut and do the rest of it. But I haven't got a clue what you're getting, I haven't got a clue if it's any good or not. By doing this, I'm controlling it myself, and I can have control over the quantity and everything else. Okay, so merch will be incoming, people. But there'll be a little wait, but it'll be worth the wait. And equally, on this subject, as you know, last Christmas, Mrs. OG was busy and she made them tree ornaments, the retro gaming tree ornaments, you know. She has been busy. She started a lot earlier this year. She's made some great ones. Oh, yes. And she's not finished. She's still making them. And equally, this time, I can set the site to go live with the sales like we did last year for the eBay. But instead of eBay taking their cut, it comes directly to us, and then we can give our lump to the charity of our choice this year, okay? And however much we're going to give and what have you. So it just cuts the middleman out. Don't get me wrong, there's still PayPal fees I have to pay and all that sort of stuff, but this is better for everybody because it's more personable as well. And I might be throwing a few other little things into the packaging, so to speak. So I hope that covers the merch for you guys. So I said right at the beginning, we've got other channel news coming. Oh yes, indeed. Let's get to it, shall we? The website is all completely new and will sit alongside this channel, okay? But remember, guys, this channel is still the priority. It's where we started out. It's where it's still the number one. The website will sit very comfortably alongside, and I look forward to writing the blogs and everything else that goes with the website and getting you guys on board with your mailing and all that sort of stuff, which will be great. But website aside, as you know, I've set up a Discord that's been running now for a good few months. The community over there continues to grow steadily and very nicely indeed. People are swapping, they're trading, they're buying, selling amongst themselves. We have got the game challenges going on. We've also now got the monthly game club, which is like a book club, but for video games. Oh, yes, indeed. And one of you good people out there runs that, Mike. So that goes well. We're on our first game of the month. And, yeah, I really must make a bit more time to get round to playing it. But I think this has also been set up in a nice way to help me get a few more game achievements under my belt, so to speak, because I don't play enough games. I play loads of arcade games, but I don't play enough sort of the newer titles where it's sort of story-driven and stuff. But other news is this. I am in the throes of setting up a Patreon. Oh, yes. I've run this channel now for over 3 years, and I've thought about it over time, and I thought to myself, do you know what? Just do it, OG, just do it. But fear not, don't worry. once the Patreon's set up and running, it will have no impact on the way this channel works. I will still be uploading 2 videos a week. Obviously, the Tuesday weekend vlog will still be going out at 6 PM alongside Friday's video, which is game hunting and everything in between, again at 6 PM. The Patreon will have several tiers involved. There will be a free Patreon as well, so don't worry, you can go and sign up and get the basics from it as well. But if you can afford to support and give something, it will be greatly appreciated, as and when it is set up, and the various tiers will be explained over there as and when I get round to completing it and doing it. But obviously that website has been taking priority right now. Anyway, time for another beer, people. That was the big channel news. Obviously, a lot of work and effort has gone into that website, and a good friend of mine, Dave, thank you very much for your assistance with that and helping me set up and get the domain names, etc, etc, etc. It's been a busy time all round. It really has. I'll be honest, with the website, I'm really excited about it. I think the blog is going to be pretty cool. I just enjoy the writing element, you know, and putting it together and just revisiting all them old memories and things just comes out better on paper sometimes, you know. Equally, the sales section on there, I am bundling games together all the time. I mean, I'm looking around, there's just, I've got doubles tucked away everywhere, up in the loft there, up in my office indoors, in the bag down there, they're just everywhere. So honestly, bear with me, it's going to take some time. I'm going through stuff and I'll be bundling up my doubles and everything else like that and getting them up on that website. So please do check back often, because like I say, I just never know when I'm going to list stuff on there. All right, get over there, sign up to the newsletter, please, because it'd be great. It's just another way of us to interact as well. It's easy to do. Just go on the home page, land in there, as you saw in the video. Just scroll down and fill out your deets there. Obviously, don't forget to put your correct email address in, else it won't get through to me. And then, of course, the Patreon, it's in development, okay? It will come. It might come sooner than later. But it's getting there, it's getting there. I've got to work out and nail down how I'm going to do tiers and things like that, and the different sort of things I'm going to offer. Equally as well, with the merchandise, again, keep your eyes for that. And obviously, I'll be feeding back to you guys via the channel. Of course I will, as and when it becomes available. There's just so much going on at the moment for the OGDuffy channel. And do you know what? There are still some other things we are developing, okay? So this isn't it. This isn't the end of it. I think what it is, though, I'm just going to get used to running the Discord, running the channel, running the website, then setting up the Patreon, and then we will develop into other things as well that we're going to introduce later on down the road. The hint being we. But anyway, I digress as always. So do head on over to www.ogduffy.com and what, www.ogduffy.co.uk. Oh yes, I don't know, I always giggle when I say .co.uk. Strange thing, isn't it? But continue with your support, please, people, because as you know, I really do appreciate it. I still try and answer all your comments, you know, and I'm still doing it, those that get published, and everything's just onwards and upwards for the OGDuffy channel and YouTube community family, which you're all part of, guys. Honestly, I wouldn't do this without you. It's your views, it's your watches, it's your comments, it's your likes, it's your shares, it's everything that you do that makes it all worthwhile and more. So anyway, normal service will resume next Friday. Don't know what sort of video I'm going to produce next Friday yet. Might go on a game hunt, might go and visit a CEX, might do a CEX challenge. It's been a good few weeks since I got out to a CEX. Yeah, maybe I need to go and venture out to pastures new and visit some CEX shops, or retro game shops, or everything in between. Well anyway, guys, thank you for listening and staying till this far into the video. Appreciate it as always. And you know what? this lady's Stella beer is for you. I'll see you all on the next one, guys. Look after yourselves, and remember, it's important to stay hydrated.